Welcome to the Kortex Media Podcast, Marketing Accelerator, your compass for navigating the dynamic world of marketing and business growth. I'm Korson Schmidt, founder of Kortex Media. Our mission is to equip marketing agencies with the custom growth solutions they need to unlock massive revenue increases and scale their business. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. Joining me today is Nicole Rodriguez, founder and CEO of NRPR Group, a dynamic and award-winning public relation and marketing agency renowned for its innovative approach and dedication to client success. With 26 years of experience in PR, social media, and digital marketing, Nicole's leadership and vision have earned NRPR over 75 prestigious awards in just 11 years. Alongside her impressive career, Nicole has balanced motherhood for 24 years, inspiring her daughter to pursue her own big dreams with hard work and resilience. Nicole's mission is to redefine public relations with authenticity and strategy, focusing on long-term relationships that evaluate disruptors and game changers around the world. Nicole, thank you for joining me.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Hey, no worries. So, to start things off, what was the big inspiration behind the NRPR Group? And how did you get into PR and marketing at the beginning of your journey?
Yeah, so let's start with what got me into marketing. I would actually say in high school, for those of you who ever experienced DECA, which is an association of marketing students, I think it was my junior year, one of my friends had convinced me to take a class that was actually called fashion merchandising. And it was a very small class in high school, but that class, I was less interested in the fashion part and more interested in the fact that it was a gateway into this thing called DECA. And I was just really big on, I loved writing and creativity in high school. And so DECA was an opportunity to travel, brushing up marketing skills as a high schooler. And we literally took our small DECA class, and I want to say there was only 8 of us, right? So 8 of us in fashion merchandising, all females. And there were 8 of us, and we were our DECA group. Well, I had so much fun in that class that I was like, we need to open this up to be more of a marketing class. And I'm going to tell all my guy friends and I'm going to have them join because this is going to be great. And I know a lot of them are really creative too. So we basically took that class to the next semester. There was like 38 or like 40 students who wanted to take that class. So much so because they were like mine and my friend Sarah's really good friends. And it became 2 classes. And we all traveled together. So my senior year, then my sister and my brother, who were younger than me, I told them about DECA. So long story short, our high school group went from 8 to now I think they have 300 in my high school. And they're one of the top DECA classes. But I was so passionate about it and I wanted to tell everyone about it. I started doing marketing for my stepdad's insurance company. And I said, maybe this marketing thing is for me. I was making his brochures and building, little handouts and flyers for his insurance business. So I looked into it in college and stumbled upon PR. A college professor had recommended that I take a PR class. I didn't know what PR was. As soon as I took PR 101, I was like, this is it. This is absolutely my calling. It's the perfect combination of journalism, just creativity, marketing. It involves travel. It involves thinking outside of the box. It was just perfect for me. So I think it was just my calling, and PR and marketing have just been in my genes, I guess, since like 15, 16 years old. And here I am 46 years old. So that's 40 years later that I'm just in it and I love it.
No, that's awesome. You can't look back, especially because you've worked through the industry as well. You've seen the changes in the evolution of the industry at the same time.
Yes.
So with NRPR being a company that's been in the industry for such a long time, can you give us a quick overview of your core services today and perhaps highlight a service area that's had the most growth within NRPR recently?
Yeah, great question. So I've been in the industry 26 years now, officially. Unofficially, obviously, when I was 15, we still don't count that, but 26 years. And NRPR has been around for 11 of those years. So I worked my way through the ranks and made sure that I understood all the levels at which I was growing, because I also knew mentorship was going to be big for growing, right? I'm very passionate about PR, and I consider it an art form when you're doing it well. So that said, with NRPR, we obviously offer core media relations, what anybody would consider PR, which is media outreach. Yes, we draft press releases. Yes, we pitch to media. Yes, we can plan events. But outside of that, we are really narrative builders. We are really, I got my MBA at UCLA, so I understand I guess, the world in which an entrepreneur lives in.
Hmm.
And many of them don't live in marketing in their head. They live in product development. They live in solutions. And I help them basically take the solutions, the visions that they have from their companies with my team, and actually build something that makes sense to the world. So it's not just, hey, I created this widget and this widget can wash your dishes for you. It's what pain points really in life does that address? Because we can all wash dishes with our hands. Why would you create something like this? Right. And so really help them dig into the why and help them take that into the world in a way that helps people understand the thought leader, right? So thought leadership is also big with our firm. As well as just, okay, then on the marketing side, what makes this fun? Why should people care about this? And then for advertising, right? Here's where you guys should be spending money. Put some money behind digital ad buys, and that's going to help your PR game because it's going to increase your visibility and your awareness and your reach. So we're really big on taking the marketing umbrella and tying an invisible string across all of the pieces that basically make it work. And you don't usually find that in PR. Most PR people who fall into PR stay in their lane and they're like, all I do is, you know, media relations. And
Yeah.
for me, I'm like, absolutely, you're missing the bigger picture if you're not looking at social media marketing, thought leadership, digital advertising, and putting it all together to really make this move. It's like building a car for a client. You can't take it from California to New York if all of the pieces aren't working together. So we're really big at pulling all of those things together for entrepreneurs and even, you know, companies who are, say, in their fifth, sixth, seventh, 10th year and they want to make a pivot. Hey, we want to change people's mindset from knowing us as this and turning their heads onto this new piece of business that we're doing. So I would say the biggest area of growth for us is in the area of AI. We are a tech firm, but we also help with consumer products, events like LA Comic Con. But what we're
Hmm.
finding is a lot of cybersecurity companies are getting budget, and they're almost becoming the new cool kid in town,
Yeah.
right? With AI becoming so popular, that also means cyber security. And, you know, I hate to say it, scammers. Scammers are working much faster because they too have AI at their fingertips.
Oh,
So
that's a
you have
great
a
point.
lot of, yeah, that are investing more in data security, security management, cybersecurity, all of this. And it's a big area of growth for us. So I think for NRPR, we always try to stay really at the forefront of everything that's growing. During COVID, we had a huge boom in health tech, and that is a sweet spot of ours now. Now with this AI boom, cybersecurity and all of that. So yeah, I would say the other thing too, crisis communications. Not all PR firms can handle that, but I did PR for the Raiders very early in my career. So as you can imagine, there was about a crisis every day. So I can deal with crises, if you will, and it doesn't rattle me. It's one of those things where it's like, okay, stop. There is a method for fixing this. Let's go with it and let's get this done. So yeah.
No, that's amazing. I feel like PR and marketing are they never get talked about together, like you said, and that's what you guys do. And I
Yeah.
feel like if you're not working together in that specific side of things, it's going to cause inconsistencies
Yeah.
within the work and within the teams, right? Like if you have
Yeah.
a marketing agency and a PR agency and they're not communicating properly, you might have some misconceptions. You might not be on the
Yep.
same line. But I do understand where you guys are coming from, bringing that all together, bringing it as full circle, because I have seen a video where you talk about how social media and PR should be working together within a company to make sure.
Yes.
So I know you kind of touched on an explanation there. Do you mind just getting a little bit deeper on why that's so important within a company?
Yeah. I always tell people, I'm like, if the left hand does not know what the right hand is doing, I saw this very early in my career where the website developers and the social media teams were fairly new, right? So PR has been around for a long time, but the way in which we got information to media was through faxing,
Mm-hmm.
right? And just picking up the phone and talking through it. Email came along and so did social media. People couldn't figure out, and I got to watch this very early on. I feel very blessed, but oh, the website team just announced the new product. And it's like, no, we have the Wall Street Journal announcing that in 3 days. If the Wall Street Journal sees that the website just announced this, they're going to think that they're late. They're not going to see it as news. They're going to drop the big story. And the big story is what's going to make people trust us, not what we say on our website.
Mm-hmm.
So then you would have, oh, well, the Facebook team just put the press release on Facebook 3 hours early. And you're like scratching your head, like, you've got to be kidding me, right? And so these problems I watched my bosses go through.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, why don't you just talk to the website team, make the social media team understand that, back in the day, let's say Walt Mossberg has a story ready to go, and that we have set this for Tuesday, October 13th, not Monday.
Mm-hmm.
And you would see people scrambling, oh my God, this just went out. And the left hand had no idea what the right hand was doing because they were so used to working in silos that they didn't think they needed to talk to each other, that they would just, each of them were going rogue. And I'm like, absolutely not on my watch. I'm not going to have a heart attack when I know I can avoid this. When, hey, if we set this because we know we're going to get X amount of media attention on this day, you go to the product team, you go to the web team, you go to the social team, and you get everybody in the same war room and you say, here is how this is going to benefit you. If you guys put this out before the press think it's old news, you guys don't get what you want. You want your time in the sun. You want your product to get noticed. Here's how you do it. And I started making media and PR the lead driver for timing, for announcements, for product rollouts, for all of these things. And when I saw that they would take the lead, my confidence in my own, professional, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm doing something good here. I'm making sure that like the peas and carrots where they never used to touch each other on the plate are actually being mixed in and everyone's eating dinner together, right? And so that was exactly, part of the vision for creating NRPR Group. I wanted my clients to know I understand your pain points. I understand who and what departments need to be talking to each other. And that is rare when it comes to PR. And I think that's just why we've been so successful. It's because we just take our role in guiding the ship sometimes very seriously, especially with the CEO.
For sure. No, that's a great point. I love how you got a little bit deeper into that. Thank you for that. Moving on into what we're seeing in the industry right now. So obviously the industry's crazy. There's a lot going on with AI and with everything else. But right now, what are some of the most significant trends that you're seeing in broader general marketing right now? And how are these shifts specifically challenging NRPR
Yeah.
with your existing strategies and service deliveries right now?
Yeah. I would say one of the biggest challenges is, let's see, I think with the introduction of AI and ChatGPT,
Definitely.
the fact that people can spit out a question and get answers, everybody thinks they can do PR.
Hmm.
And the funny thing is you see really poorly written press releases because you can tell they put something in a chat GPT, it spit out and it said, oh, well, this looks good enough.
Hmm.
There's no one guiding best practices, and AI and these software tools aren't aren't savvy enough yet to take it across the finish line.
Hmm.
It might be fine for a tee up for some clients who, hey, look what I did on Chat GPT. I put together the press release for you, and you look at it and you're like, a media person would look at this and know that you are junior varsity right now. They would look at this and not take you seriously at all, because here are the actual pieces that are missing. Here are the pieces that they care about. Here's the area that they look at the most. That is not in, sort of these AI tools. But the problem is everyone thinks that they can do it. So they're all fumbling. They're making it more annoying for media, because
Hmm.
then now they're getting more like, hey, look at this, or look at my press release, and they're getting more garbage. So it's harder for them to sift through things. But then on the other hand, you have people who are also, journalists and media, some of them using AI to drum up fast content, and it's not even deep and meaningful that much anymore, because you find that people have shorter attention spans. So gone are the days where it's like you have a feature story that would take weeks and months of research, and
Hmm.
now people are like, "No, the deadline is next week, you need to make this happen." And so everything is happening at such a hard, or like a faster pace, that it's making it harder for even journalists to really take the time to dig in, because they're not getting the time from their bosses that they used to. And so, again, media rooms are shrinking because of this. Well, you can use this, or we could just put up anything, and they're all about clickbait.
Hmm.
And because of this, the art, you really, really have to be really good at what you do and really have relationships to sift through the noise. So if a media person has known me for 26 years or 20 years or 10 years, they're more likely to answer my emails than someone new joining, PR and just like, well, let me blast this out and whatever. No, first of all, you should be going to media one to one, because they need to be respected. They have jobs that they take pride in. So go to them one on one. But people don't want to take the long route anymore. They're like, well, let me put this in there and let's see what sticks. That makes media hate PR people. It really, so I don't know, good or bad. If you know the art form, you know it well, and you know people, and you have connections, you're very lucky. If you don't, well, and you're taught wrong, PR is going to be tough. And so I feel like it's harder for me to continue to help people understand the value of what we do, and that the relationships need to still be at the core, even with the introduction of all of these faster tools.
No, for sure. That's a great point, especially even if you look at the more marketing side of things. You have people come in, they guarantee you work. You pay them big
Yeah.
money for these results that they're going to get you, and they don't end up doing anything. They use a very easy, specific baseline
Yep.
marketing tool. Then again,
Yep.
you're not always going to get results. That's just life.
That's
But
marketing.
it's if
But
yes, if they put the effort in to get you those results, that's a different story. But we're
yes,
seeing that a lot with even not even just marketing, the whole industry. Scams are
yeah,
everywhere, and it's that also makes it a lot harder. So to your point there,
absolutely.
that's a great. So now with AI, I know you kind of touched on that there. AI can be great as long as you use it proper. You're leveraging it to enhance your work, etc. How are you
Yep.
guys in NRPR using it to maybe work just a little bit faster, make things just a little bit more efficient? How are you guys leveraging AI at the moment?
Definitely. Yeah, I would say that for our team, and thankfully, my team has been intact for so many years, and we've all been working together. We have people who've been with us since day one. So we are, pros when it comes to understanding the value of the relationship building. So where we use AI is more in sometimes the creativity. Hey, I've hit a wall is a word that describes this, but says it in this way or in this context, or hey, I need this a little bit more polished. Let me brain dump. It's really good for just that creative. It's almost like adding fuel to the fire,
For
where we
sure.
have some creative embers and whatever, but maybe we've hit a wall, or we're trying to organize our thoughts in a way that flows a little bit better. It's almost like something that's a good tee up. So if you've ever played t-ball, it's like, okay, we're gonna just tee the ball, but I'm still hitting and I'm swinging that ball and I'm hitting it out of the park. So for creativity, it's a great tee up, and for anything that it's like, okay, I've taken this out of my mind and I've pulled this together. So then I also say the icing on the cake, help make sure that this is just that I'm in my right mindset when it comes to the flow and I'm not forgetting any details. Great. So I think it's good for, final clean and a tee up, but right there in the middle, if you don't know what you're doing, you can get lost in the sauce. And especially, I would say for, you know, CEOs who were engineers who have no marketing background, but they're like, well, this is doing all the work for me. Oh no, I can easily spot someone who doesn't understand what needs to go into the minutia and in that middle, and so do the professionals who are looking at it on the outside. So you still need marketing and PR professionals to help make sure everything is polished, or that's where a crisis can happen. Someone who understands timing. Well, I'll just write a press release with ChatGPT and put it up. Hey, how come media didn't cover this? Well, because you need a PR person who can guide you through the whole process, because it's maybe we make it easy standing in front of the curtain on the stage, but backstage, man, there's a lot of work that goes into it. So that's really how we're using AI. We're also looking at it more when it comes to polishing things like PowerPoints and design. But I still have a really great design team who it's just as easy as me to send an email to say, can you put this in a PowerPoint and spit it out in 2 hours? They still do it, and I don't have very many changes at all. I feel like with things like AI, it takes longer because I already have really good people in place who are already my AI bots.
No, that's great. And I just kind of want to touch on a little bit of that point because a lot of companies are leveraging these automations, these AI automations, to make things way more efficient, make operational changes, and kind of get rid of
Yep.
those challenges with people. Now, you have a great team; they know exactly what you want, and that's amazing. But where do you see the direction of the industry going with the automations that we have coming out, and the leverage of AI making it so much cheaper to run that other than running a full team, you can just use an AI agent to do the work for you. What's your opinion on
Sure.
that, on the landscape of the industry?
Yeah. I think what it's going to take is for marketing and PR people to be a lot smarter than I think they've had to be. Because if you understand all of the details and you understand how to program AI, great. You're going to
Hmm.
have a job, because even where workforces might be shrinking, you have value in understanding what a good output looks like.
Hmm.
If you have been in marketing and might have been very lucky to skate through certain things, not be able to lead, not be able to truly understand strategy and push it forward, where, yeah, you're one of the people in trouble, right? Because I do see AI just making things easier and faster. Um, I think that as it gets smarter, a lot of, I hate to say it, some of the earlier jobs, like entry level jobs, will be at risk,
Hmm.
because why am I going to hire an intern when basically what I was using the intern for was a lot of the little things to research or to grab this or to organize this. Well, AI is getting so smart, it's putting things into spreadsheets, it's doing the research, it's doing whatever. But I think people are, especially in marketing and PR, have to be smarter, have to study the trade better to be able to then know how to program the AI better,
Hmm.
utilize it, and still be one of the humans that people do see as valuable. Um, Otherwise, yeah, marketing and PR people are going to suffer. But here's an opportunity to step up to the plate and, make sure that people still see value in you as a human by doing our job in our trade very well.
For sure. No, that's a great point. And it's back to leveraging it to just enhance your work just a little bit more instead of abusing it
Yeah.
and causing it to do everything and disrupting everything. You're just using it to
Yeah.
enhance your work, make it a little bit better. And
Yeah.
and it's a new way and a new generation of marketing where you're going to
Yes.
have people who it's going to be a totally different way because you're going to have people who are just using AI that's going to just create AI marketing templates that's going to look like everyone else's, where if you are the brilliant mind behind it, you can leverage the AI, add your own swing into it as well.
And
It's going to be so much different and elevated like you just showed me there.
yeah.
So for marketing agencies, PR agencies who are looking to scale their customer acquisition right now, what seems to be the best way that you guys are seeing for customer acquisition outreach methods? Because there's so many out there, right? Like you can do so many different types of marketing. You can do email marketing, you can do ads, you can do influencer marketing, you can do social media content. What seems to be the go-to for NRPR or maybe just some of your clients if you don't want to touch on your specific methods?
Yeah. To be honest, it's a perfect combination of old school, just do really good work, right? If you
For
do
sure.
really good work, your clients will go get your other clients.
Hmm.
And that happens for us a lot. The other thing is use PR, digital marketing, and social media to show off your work. Make sure that if you do something big, you are making an announcement. You are putting it on social media. You are sharing it. These tools are available. And if you're not using the baseline, the stuff that's free, posting it on Facebook without any ads is still free. Then as you grow, up leveling that and putting ad spend behind social media posts or spending money on just ads that are going to
Hmm.
help you digitally, that are going to basically just get more eyeballs on your company. Great. Also, I know it sounds silly, go to trade shows, meet people in person. This is still helping, right? And then from there, again, as you're up leveling, things like LinkedIn, I see a lot of my clients really investing in their digital presence on LinkedIn, especially those that are B2B, just because that is the place where, if you are messaging people correctly, they will get back to you. You can get meetings lined up. You can host webinars on LinkedIn or through LinkedIn, utilizing that, or on another platform, but you're using LinkedIn to invite people. So I see that as being a big enhancement from what used to be done in email. A lot more people are jumping into investing in LinkedIn. Yeah, the other thing too is I'm all for experimenting when it comes to certain outbound or whatever, but then you need a really good sales team, right?
Hmm.
A great sales team that can capture the leads because you can market your company, do great PR. If you actually don't have a sales team that's catching the fish, casted a net, the net is out there, and then it's like, well, there's fish, but I can't close the net and pull it in. That means you also need to invest in a really good sales team that knows how to speak to marketing, ask for what they need, and everybody needs to be working together. That is how it's done when it's done well. It's like sales can't be over here, marketing over here, and PR over here, and the CEO over here.
Hmm.
Everyone needs to be working in harmony, and there needs to be a lot of human interaction and not just relying on tools because I find that people are like, well, I'll just do this. I don't need to talk to people. I don't need to call. Okay, well, then that communication line is cut, and then you're not actually working in harmony, and you're going to make it harder on yourself.
For sure. No, that's a great point. And there's a lot going on right now, and there's a lot working right now too when it comes to marketing. You can run ads, and
Yeah,
that seems to be a lot of the go-to
sure.
is running ads, but you can get great traction from that. Same with email. You can do email marketing as long as you know how to do it properly and you're an expert in email marketing. You can do that properly and you can get major results with that as well. LinkedIn outbound is something that's working really well right now as well. And then influencer marketing. You can make that into a big triangle. I had a nice conversation with someone at Gleewee, a company at Christopher Brown at Gleewee, and he made a great point, is that you make a triangle. You have your influencer marketing giving you content every day. You have your social content, your paid ads, and you just work in a triangle, pushing out content, pushing everything out, all coming off of one influencer who's pushing your brand, and you just reusing the same content. So there's so many great ways for marketing out there. Just pick one and make sure you become an expert in it. I think that's kind of the best advice I could give anyone who wants to scale their customer acquisition. And test is the biggest thing, because what works today is never going to work tomorrow. So I just wanted to add that in there, Nicole.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. And that, not just with testing, but again, just like with a car and maintenance, right? You picked a brand new car, and maybe this car drives really fast and it does very well. The maintenance, are you checking the engine? Are you making sure that you're doing new things to just make sure that, are you putting new tires on it? And that's the same thing with marketing. Like it really is, when you look at it in life is pretty predictable that way. Meaning you can predict, but there's unpredictability when it comes to things, so.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's a great point. And you have to make sure, and especially if you have a team doing it as well. I feel like a lot of the time the team's not aligned with the company's goals, and that's one of the biggest things I see speaking with companies, is that they're not aligned. Where if you're aligned with your employees, with your company, and everyone's pushing towards that same goal, you're gonna have a crazy team that is all rowing in the same direction, getting the boat to the same direction, and it really elevates everything within the team. Because back to your car, everyone is working on different parts of it, putting it together to make sure your engine is running the best it can and can get to that destination. So Nicole, looking in the future for NRPR Group, what is the main goal? What is your goal for the future of NRPR? Where do you want to take it, and where do you want to see it in the next 5 to 10 years?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I would love for our team to grow more in the live event space. And the reason for that is because I think so many people are hiding behind our computers all day. I totally get that. But live events is really where a lot of the nurturing of relationships, not just with media, but with future clients that are existing, all of that is still being done live. And it's so valuable because I think it's been taken for granted. We used to do it so much early in my career. So I think things like LA Comic Con, when, we have 800 media physically coming there and having interactions with them, it makes it so much fun and easier to do our job, because it's like, I know a face, I know the work we do together, I can send you an email and I don't have to overthink anything, because you and I know what we need. So really getting more into that to give us the opportunity to be in front of more of our peers and clients. I also think just the future is having more of a work-life balance, not making AI one of those things where, now we can do so much more and then we stress out that much more. No, let's use the AI tools to our advantage. Let's work smarter, not harder. How do we use this to shave some time off of certain things so that our clients benefit? Because that's less, billable hours, so we can do more with their money and all of that. So my vision for NRPR is really to be that PR firm where back in the day, you work in PR, you must not sleep. You work 15 hours a day, to where it's like, no, we still have the same client load, but we're able to do everything in 8 to 10 hours and not 15 when it's a crazy day. I really do believe that the blessing that AI has given our team isn't to just shave costs and whatever. It's we actually have a very happy workplace where people are getting things done at a decent hour, feeling good about our work and not having to slave away for, 15, 16 hours a day on a big thing, So I really just want this to be a place where people truly enjoy getting serviced, right? Our clients, media still enjoy working with us because we understand their value, and team members enjoy working here because they're not, slaving away for, you know, hours and not having time with their families and things.
Yeah, for sure. It's AI is something incredible, and it's going to help a lot of people, a lot of businesses back to if you use it the right way, right? Um,
That's right.
Now, I love the goals. I love where you want to take it. I love that you want to get out there, speak at conferences, network, meet more people, and keep moving forward with NRPR. Are there any new initiatives, services that you guys are exploring to launch in the upcoming future? Or what does that kind of playing field look like for NRPR?
Yeah, I think for us, we've been very, very lucky that we already touch on a lot of, really good marketing things, and I want people to still know NRPRs should be synonymous with holistic marketing with PR at the core, right?
Hmm.
So where different marketing trends come to play, I want us to constantly be learning about them, and whether it's our agency executing or not, if there's a strategy or a plan that needs to be built, and we have a sister marketing company that does this, or we have one other marketing company that does all the digital ad buys, which we've had for years. We want to make sure that when people come to us, they know that we're not just thinking in a silo, we're thinking for the whole marketing arm so that things can work in harmony together. So we want to constantly be learning about what new things are happening in marketing so that if we need to be working those into plans and introducing our clients to solutions, that we're doing that.
Amazing. That's awesome. Always moving forward, looking out for the client, right? I love that.
Yes.
So this is the final question I like to ask my guests, and that's advice for young entrepreneurs, marketers, anyone wanting to get into the space or get into entrepreneurship. What advice do you have for them? Just getting started. They're keen, they're excited to get their feet wet, but they're just a little bit unsure. What advice do you have for someone in this position?
Yeah, I mean, don't take the lazy route in anything. It's a scam. Oh, AI will just do my job. If AI can do your job, you don't have job security. When someone finds out that it's not your creative mind, your thoughtfulness, your research, you're pulling it all together and helping your boss and the people that are counting on you. Before you start your own company, go work hard for somebody else. Learn from their mistakes like I did. Had I not seen my bosses, and God bless them, they didn't do anything wrong. They just didn't know. My outside perspective, I was like, wait a minute, here's where you can connect the dots. That brought me value. That's how I was able to like basically grow in ranks really fast. I was still in my early 30s when I started my firm, and here
Hmm.
I am now in my 40s, right? So it's one of those things where if you don't take the lazy route, you don't let AI just do your job, you're valuable because you're still training this to be that much better and smarter. And I think that that's really where the young folks, some of them fall off. Oh, I never made it in PR. Well, how hard did you work? How much did you try? Oh, I gave up when media never got back to me. Well, how many times did you reach out? Was it thoughtful? Did you actually read their stuff? So yeah, the 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 hardworking will still, continue to grow and have a place in marketing.
Mm. Hard work pays off, right?
Yeah,
That's the
it really
saying, and
does.
it's totally true.
Really
Nicole,
does.
thank you for everything. Thank you for coming on. Where can people find you? Your website, your LinkedIn, maybe if you have a personal website. Where can people get in touch with you if they want to learn more?
Yeah, so nrprgroup.com is our website. So you can learn more about NRPR, and there's a contact us page there, or info at NRPR Group if you have just a general question about whatever. Either way, if there's anything important, it does make its way over to me. Also, LinkedIn, please find me there. It's Nicole Rodriguez with an S. The easiest way to search is NicoleRodrigues. NRPR, so that no other Nicole Rodriguez's pop up depending on, your algorithms. So Nicole Rodriguez NRPR is the best way to search for me on LinkedIn and find me and my company. And happy to connect. And just let me
Amazing.
know that you heard me on this podcast so I can put two and two together when it comes to the context.
Yeah, that's great. Nicole, thank you. It's been great. I love hearing different experiences, different pieces of knowledge that we can kind of put this together and build a book of knowledge for people wanting to learn about marketing, learn about entrepreneurship in general. And
Yeah.
it's been great. So thank you so much for sharing your knowledge, taking the time to join me today. And thank you so much.
Yeah, my pleasure, Korson. Thank you for having me.